Hello music creators, Mike here, and in this video I will show you Xtreme Effects by UVI, which is an amazing sound and Foley effects collection that you can use for your music compositions. So let's dive in right now. Atmospheres. Scenes. Unreal. Science fiction. Subs and drones. Natural. Urban. Foleys. Musical. And electronic effects. So what is Xtreme Effects? Well, let's take a look here. I loaded it up here in UVI Workstation, and you can also use Falcon, I believe, if you own that plugin by UVI. But essentially, it's a categorized folder system for various types of sound and Foley effects. So some of these are actually mainly used for film, TV, and media productions, but I love using them for sound design as the elements that I mangle, basically. So there's two types of sounds in here. First one is actual audio recordings, just simple things like WAV files. So if you go into Foleys, Guns, Machine Guns, and load up this one, you get a wave editor here where you can change the pitch, you can stretch the sample, do slicing if it's a loop. Basically a very simple audio editor. Like that. And the other kind of sound is a playable sound. So if I go into atmospheres, for example, bank A, just use this one. If I just hold down C here, you get this. And here you get amp envelope, filter envelope, LFOs, lots of stuff going on here, just as a synth engine, so to speak. And you can often use the mod wheel to do things like this. Okay, so apparently that patch didn't have any mod wheel control, but this one had. Which you can use for great dynamic background effects. If you use the atmospheres category, you have scenes here. I mean, industrial area. Just load that up. I mean, these kinds of sound effects could be used for tension and horror scores and dark thrillers and stuff like that. Unreal, you get into various types of textures. I mean, there's so much in here that it would take an eternity if I went through everything. But as you can see, you get these main categories, and then you get the subfolders. So in, for example, the subs and drones, you got rumbles, for example, low in 1. Oh yeah, love this. Just have this as a background element, and it can be the fundamental drone for a musical score for tension movie or something. If you get into the natural, of course, you get the rain and thunder. So most of these sounds are actually more aimed for film, TV, video, media production. But I mean, imagine using these as background elements that you then use in your music production as a sound design element. It doesn't even have to sound natural. And now I'm going to show you the best thing about all of the audio-based effects in this library, meaning those that load up in with this sample editor. Look here, drag and drop, click, drag, and voila, you have it in your project. That is by far the best feature in this entire library. Because this means that I don't have to use the Finder or File Explorer in my own sample collection. I could just open this up and use them straight away. So even if you have a simple sample like this with the root key C3, you can play it on another key. Basically transpose the sound. Let's play it in the low end, which makes it more dark and creepy. And you can do this with any sound, play it in the high end. It sounded kind of glitchy there. And another thing is, if you check this tab here, they include lots of effects, and this is what I really love about UVI, which is that they always have such amazing, well-categorized preset systems. So all of these different effects have different folders, so delay, reverb, for example, a simple reverb, big cathedral, and here we have it. So bypass, and with it on, mix it in, transpose it down, and you can of course stack effects on top of each other. And do all kinds of things. And by the way, if you right-click a parameter, like let's say the cutoff here, you can actually automate it and map it to your MIDI controller here. And finally, you also have an arpeggiator. So let's close this, which can, in my opinion, be great for making stutter sounds of any sound. Take this rain sound and then if I pitch to another key. So what you can do as well is add the effects on the part instead here, so this delay here, and that will carry over if you switch preset. The effect is still on, the arpeggiator is still on, so you can just change out the sound effect. So all in all, if I click here, double click, get back here, this is an amazing collection of sound effects in various categories, neatly organized, very playable because you can play some of the sounds here with the synth engine, and other types of sound you can simply drag and drop like these Foley effects right into your sequencer, which I showed you earlier. You can learn more about Xtreme effects if you check out the link that I added in the video description below. Now choose which video you are going to watch next, or you can check out the amazing bonuses in the video description.